Hey everybody, welcome back to Super Mario RPG Legends of the Seven Stars. This is going to be the final episode of the main series.
Jump.
No random ear-pitching sounds from me. This time.
This time, we're finishing this. Smithy can no longer hang out in our world. We're going to stop production of these weapons and take back what's ours.
Cue long monologue.
Fuck that. Mario, I'm surprised to see you here. Really? Are you really that surprised? Kind of been known for this shit, dude. But this is the end of the line for you. This is the closest you'll ever get to Smithy. So savor the moment. You'll be fodder for my incredible invention, the gun yoke.
That's not a gun. Or a yoke.
Gun yoke and the chief. I don't really give a fuck about the chief, so I'm just gonna talk about gun yoke. He's really annoying. He has breaker beam, electroshock, echo finder, and mega drain. The echo beam is the breaker beam, very similar to Blades back when we fought the Action Rangers. So be careful. It's a powerful move and it will hurt. The chief is more or less an afterthought. You can get rid of him. It really won't matter whether or not you let him live or die. But all the same, I suppose we should get rid of him. We're coming up on the end, guys. This is it. Oh my fucking god, I hate it. Oh, Gino's down. Gotta say, I never thought... I'm actually pretty glad that this is gonna be like... that I'm actually gonna finish this. I'll share my thoughts on this project as soon as we're done. But for now, let's focus on Gun Yoke. Yeah, I mean, frankly, Gun Yoke's the real threat in this fight. But the Chief is just easy to get rid of as well. As you can see here, his magic attacks are really fucking powerful. But the director here, is kind of has like a ton of status effects, so pretty useful to get rid of him. Dude, how much more shit can you take? Not that much. Don't use breaker beam. Damn it!
If I have one complaint about this game, it's the special effects for some of the moves.
What do you mean?
They just don't quite live up to their name.
Yeah, well, they had to work with what they had.
Yeah.
Pretty limited.
I'm just saying when it comes down to something called breaker beam, you know?
Yeah. Which is why I would love a remake for this game. Like, I would honestly put as much money down as I could for a remake of Super Mario RPG. The problem is that that'll probably never happen. Because I'd be very interested to see what a modern remake of this boss fight would be like. Unfortunately, that's probably never going to happen. Because Square and Nintendo both have moved on to arguably bigger and better things.
Bigger, probably. Better, no.
That's why I said arguably.
I mean, the new Final Fantasy looks cool, but you know.
It looks cool. We said the same thing about 15.
The new 7 stuff looks cool.
See, that I can agree on.
That was fun. I enjoyed that game.
The 7 remake was very enjoyable. I especially like some of the stuff that like they paid a little more detail in.
And the fact that you can upgrade the weapons instead of just moving up and progressing, it was nice.
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, hey, you're like one of those guys who likes to play with the, like, original weapon you get. Which is cool and all, but I also see the appeal in, like, buying new weapons.
And I mean, some people just want to beat the shit out of Shinra soldiers with a baseball bat.
The spiked baseball bat.
Yeah. Like, why would you use a sword if you can block bullets with a baseball bat?
Hey, I mean, I'm trying to think of a game that does that, but it's failing me.
I don't know, maybe Yakuza?
I don't know, but I need to play Yakuza.
It's crazy enough.
Hey, look, we killed Gunny.
You are neither a gun nor yoke, and thus you don't get to exist.
Production line hasn't stopped rotating. Look, Mario, this is where the weapons come from. No shit.
But how did they get
This must be where Smithy makes his weapons. To find the last star piece, we have to stop the factory. We must defeat him first. Mario, there's no turning back. Are you ready? Our quest is almost over. When the time comes... Come on, let's get the show on the road. If there's anything at all you want to do, go do it now. You're not going to have another chance to go back and do it. Once we hit this button, we're committed to this. This is the team I'm running with. Alright, let's go stop Smithy.
I always thought Smithy looked a little weird, but you know. I mean, a lot of this game kind of looks weird, especially Boyard.
I gotta say, of all the bosses, Mac was one of my favorite designs. Not necessarily been a big fan of the, Hey! There's the last star piece!
Really?
Huh? Are you already finished with your tour of the factory? Huh, alright then. How about a little demonstration? Yo, Smithy. Stop making those weapons and hand over the star piece now. Or just keep doing what you're doing, dude.
And he continues, because he doesn't care.
So you're Mario. Looks like we're gonna have a little dispute over the star. Just hand over the star. Get out of my castle. My, we're a little touchy today, aren't we? You know, I'm actually growing rather fond of this place. Please don't make us go through anymore. Just give us the star, now. Better yet, why don't you give me your stars? Why, then I could easily conquer this world. Then we could get rid of all the wishes and create a world filled with weapons. Dude, we already live in there. It's called America.
It's called Texas.
Over here, now. I'll crush you all! Here we go. The final fight begins. Smithy is really powerful, but he's not the target you want to start off with. Go for the smelter.
Oh.
Ooh, God, it hurts. That smelter is a really annoying object. It can spit out goop that he can use to create weapon beasts to help him. You want to readjust yourself there? I really like Smithy's theme. I mean, you can't hear it, but it's a really decent theme.
At first glance, the screw behind him makes it look like he's wearing a weird hat.
It kind of does, actually. It's pretty funny. My typical strategy is to get rid of that smelter as fast as I can.
I hate it. God, I hate it. Also, does this imply that all the Shy Guys in this game were created by Smithy?
Well, these versions specifically. The Shy Guys are a natural race of creature in this world. It's just that Smithy happens to have his own versions.
How convenient.
Which is weird. It makes me wonder how long he's been watching the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah. I really don't like the smelter's face.
Kinda looks like a Cheep Cheep.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a fish, but Cheep Cheep are just Mario fish, so...
Yeah, it kinda looks like a weirdly mutant Cheep Cheep.
Yeah. I thought he just re-knocked out Mario.
I thought he did too. And yes, he just did.
Oh, well.
Shit, Mario.
He just PK Starstormed you.
Yes, he indeed did.
Those weren't meteors. God, I hate it.
You already said that.
I know I did, but I hate it. More sword.
Gotta get rid of those shysters.
Wow, Gino is dodging a lot.
He's had enough of magic.
Oh, never mind. Did he just derp out for a second?
Yeah, his facial expressions are pretty hilarious. There's really not much to say about this first form of Smithy. It's
There?
you'll see.
It's there. And it's gone.
Peach, time for another group hug.
Stop it.
It's just so gross, though.
It is. Oh, at least you didn't throw a bunch of swords at you.
Break, damn it!
I like Mega Man Star Gun more.
What?
I like Mega Man Star Gun more. They need a new command mission. That was a really fun game.
Wasn't it the RPG?
Yeah, that was the Mega Man X game. That was a RPG.
We could use another one of those.
Yeah. Just a Mega Man RPG in general would be cool again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care which era of Mega Man it is.
I do, because I don't feel like playing Legends.
A new Castlevania RPG would be amazing.
A Castlevania RPG in general would be great.
General would be great.
I mean, they've had quite a few RPG-esque games.
Yes, RPG-esque and actual RPG would be great. Are two different things, unfortunately.
Like I said, I'd just like a new Castlevania, please.
So, Straw and I were actually discussing earlier. I was discussing my favorite game, and he was talking about
How Hector had his own game.
and I was like, he did? And he's like, yeah. He's like, so what was your favorite game? We found out my favorite game was Hector's game. On the
He
PS2.
didn't know the whole time.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Lil Kid Me did not realize, well, I forget the main protagonist of the beginning of. He's like, so what was it on? I'm like, PS2. And he's like, really? Was it this one? I'm like, yeah, that's Hector. I'm like, oh.
Mine was always going to be Symphony of the Night. Because I just like Alucard.
gonna say Lord of Shadows because I just like Devil May Cry, okay?
That's also very fair. Actually, one of my first Let's Play ideas was Devil May Cry.
Really? Which
Yeah.
one?
5.
The definitive or the normal one?
Whichever I could get my hands on.
Huh?
No. No! Calm down, Smithy. Your head looks like a geyser.
Oh god, it's derpy.
Don't get so worked up. Think about your blood pressure. We just built this yesterday. And the foundation's very weak. So stop shaking the floor. How utterly annoying.
So much for that.
Huh? What the? How in the heck?
Pretty sure you were just warned about this, sir. That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it is.
I'm burning, seething. Never have I been so wronged. It is time. I will show you my real form. I will show you my true power. I will teach you respect. I shall have my revenge. No!
Vegas.
Bilbo
Come on, puny ants. Smithy's true form. Unlike his previous, this thing's far more dangerous. It sports not one, but let's see, about 6 alternate forms. Each one does something different. Frankly, hope to God you win. There's no easy way to beat this boss. You gotta know what you're up against.
What kind of time frame are you looking at for this boss?
I could probably make an entire video on this boss. But I'm ending this now. First off, tank head. It will do nasty splash damage. Nasty splash damage. It has about 8,000 HP, and it doesn't play around with its shots.
Back.
Can't move. Attack the body enough times, and he'll no longer be able to move towards you. He'll only be able to attack with whatever his head's currently at that point. Lucky for us.
The body is the weakest part.
Frankly, the best you can do is just keep everybody alive. Have Mario and Gino do as much damage as they can. Have Peach heal everybody, and hopefully it'll work out. Are you too serious right now?
Yes.
They're literally sign languaging to each other. Like, well, there goes my headphones.
I got you.
This is one of Smithy's many devastating attacks. And in lucky hands, it could also one-hit kill. For fuck's sake, just say words. Burning with power.
Go juice. So brain go boom boom is right.
You're free to go get something to drink.
I mean afterwards.
Yeah, because after this, I'm going to fucking die.
Yeah, because him and I are trying to make Brother Near into a D&D character.
Oh, that's cool.
So if I get go-go juice and me brain go vroom vroom, I can create.
You could do near. Preferably replicant, because I like replicant more.
I meant brother here. What did I say?
No, I was talking about him since he doesn't know what to do after this.
I could do near replicant, but I don't want to be playing. I don't want to play a long game after this.
You could play Pokemon.
I mean, you're right. That is depending.
Play Automata.
Yeah, sure. Look,
I mean,
as much as I like
no.
having 2B's ass all over the screen.
Technically, that is not a long game if you eat the fish.
Shut up. That's not even remotely funny.
It's true, though.
You can play that world with you.
I mean, actually, that game is relatively not that long, especially since I know how
But
to
just
play
the
it.
amount of hours you and I have played that game, specifically you.
Yeah, me specifically. Fuck that.
In our entire group, I put in the second most amount of hours in that game.
I have put in the most, and there's a reason why I don't touch it much anymore.
I would say you got maybe like, what, 50 hours on me?
Try 100.
No, I would like, my hours were in the hundreds as well. So what 100 category were yours in?
I'm like 300 hours in, dude.
Mine was about 250.
There we go, man. The point. I spent a lot of time trying to get everything in that stupid ass game.
Yeah.
Like, I like that game, but
No,
holy
don't you
shit.
remember? Every time I was unsure where something was, I would just ring you off and you'd be like, oh yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, no, I could actually act like I used to act like an actual guide to the game. And it was great, but it was also, like, slightly annoying.
Although, that's why it was such, I can't, if I tried telling what it was, I'd be lying. But there was one time where I was the guide for you, because for something, you were starting to mix up your knowledge at one point, and you couldn't remember where I think it was one of the pens. And I actually told you where it was.
Yeah, you did.
And that felt like a feat.
You did, because I misremembered where it was.
Yeah. It's not that you didn't know, it's just,
I
you had so
mixed
much...
it. I have so much knowledge of that fucking game in my head, and I mixed up where one of the things were.
I'll always be honored with that feat.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Chest head. Basically, it's just something with an annoying amount of defense.
So, does this imply that he's pink underneath all of the metal?
I think this is just a form.
I mean, it's worth an ask.
What gets me is all these different, well, what clearly look like Smithies. It makes me wonder how many other Smithies there actually are, if he's the only one that ever worked.
Like I said, Robo-Gigas.
Kind of is, though. Oh, that's not good. Shredder is a new ability. Pretty much any and all stat buffs we had, they're now gone.
It's a lot trippier upside down.
Maybe you shouldn't be upside down.
No.
He wants to be. You know, Straw, you can't really tell this one what to do.
You can, it's just a crapshoot whether or not he'll listen.
I would say it's a flip of a coin, but even that doesn't accurately display how often you actually listen.
It's like rolling a d20.
Yeah, but you're always getting that one.
Try a genuine D100. I'm talking like the genuine 100-sided ones.
Yeah, Smithy's no joke of a boss fight. He will. Each of his different heads each own 8,000 HP.
So that means this is a battle of attrition.
Yeah, you're in for the long haul if you're doing this fight.
To final boss, so not too surprising.
Chest head. Though not very powerful, it will hit you with just about any status effect it can get its hands on.
So it's the whole.
Yep.
Well, hey, I'd rather deal with 100 Smithies than have to ever fight the Pandemonium Warden ever again.
We all hate the Pandemonium.
Suffer.
What do I feel like right now is feel like I'm suffering. Because I haven't slept yet. Staying up all night to play video games is a terrible idea.
Remember we used to do this when we were young like it was nothing?
Yeah, and now I'm an adult. Now we're adults, and I work all the fucking time, and so staying up all night is kind of a death sentence to me. I want to hear it from the guy who doesn't have to wake up every morning. Aside from each of his forms, frankly, I can't always think of a whole bunch to talk about with Smithy. He's definitely one of the most annoying bosses, and is definitely a boss I got a game over on before. I was very ill prepared for what he could throw at you.
So you're gonna do the secret boss?
Oh, of course, I'm gonna fight Culex.
The Final Fantasy boss.
I mean, that's gonna be its own video because that's meh. Oh, right, I forgot about that. Magnum is a one-hit KO move. It doesn't matter how much defense you have. If you're hit by it, there's a chance you're gonna go down. Even Peach with the lazy shell isn't immune to this.
What head was that again?
This one is Mage Head. He'll hit you with a bunch of nasty magic spells.
That one looks so much worse than the other ones.
Luckily, it's the weakest of them all. However, the magic spells are devastating.
I'm just saying, looks-wise, that one definitely looks the most,
My body, my head are burning. It's not possible. I don't believe it. I'm finished. Done for. Oh, no!
Did.
And like that, Smithy is gone.
How many heads does he have?
Too many.
In total, he has about 5 heads, but basically 6 parts of his body.
Gotcha.
Come on, Mario. Send that last one way up high.
Yeet it.
Why though? We now have all 7 star pieces. Star Road can finally be remade. Thank you, everyone. Star Road is back to normal, and turns out Gina was the true final boss all along. He tricked us.
That would be terrifying, honestly. Just finger guns your entire team.
Yeah, right? Holy shit.
So I doubt your team's immune to it. Knowing your luck.
Dude, yeah, exactly. The only upside is that I have the lazy shells. I have made a total of 10 videos this entire night because I wanted to finish this today.
You did it.
Oh my god.
Now you just gotta do Culex.
Yeah, that can wait till tomorrow. Or next week. I don't really care when.
Sometime later, not now.
And there goes Gino. With his job complete, he can go on back home. Gonna miss him though.
And we'll miss him for every game to come.
Yeah.
He makes a small appearance in Mario and Luigi.
Very, very small.
And better than the amount of nothing he's gotten in the past few years.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, yeah, he got a spirit in Smash Brothers, but you know, how much you want to count that?
I mean, there's the Mii Fighter costume, but eh.
Look, I would love Gino in Smash, but we have too many Mario reps.
We do.
And Pokemon.
And, well...
And arguably Zelda, because why do I have
Why do we need so many Links? There's so many more Zelda characters they could use. But instead we have Links.
I want more Kid Icarus characters.
I want
more
Ami.
Ganon characters. There's plenty of those to go around.
But yeah, I just want Ami in Smash. It's really all I want. And if I can't get that, well... Can I at least get Zacian?
With everything complete, Mallow is now the true heir of the Cloud Kingdom.
And we'll never see him again.
If we're lucky.
Thank God.
Bowser's back to fixing up his castle. They're working pretty hard on it too.
Until the next game where he inevitably has it destroyed by Mario.
Or himself.
Both, really. You know what I always wonder when we get to see the expanded versions of Bowser's Castle?
Captain Johnny looks on to the sea, wondering what his next conquest will be. What was your thing?
I said, do you know what I always wonder when we got to see a expansion of Bowser's Castle, like in the RPGs or all that other stuff? Where the heck is the lava room switch? And where is the lava room?
Honestly, though.
A mini game I chose not to do because I refused to do it.
Isn't that Boshi?
Yeah, that is Boshi.
Boshi.
This is the only game he ever appears in. Another mini game I chose not to bother with. Frogfucius? You sing?
I love how it goes through all of the different mini games like you did them even when you don't.
Oh yeah, I know I didn't do these because I didn't wanna. Somehow, someway, Booster and Valentina found true love. Run, Booster, run!
I don't think that's true love.
Dodo, don't look at me. This isn't my problem. And Mario and Peach return home safely.
But they don't bang.
That's not Toadsworth. Hold up.
No, Toadsworth isn't in this game. He didn't show up until like the Mario and Luigi games.
I know, but it's weird seeing an advisor to the Mushroom Kingdom and it not being Toadsworth.
Toadsworth, again, was not around during this time. So.
Unless that is Toadsworth, but when he was young.
It's not.
I know.
Well, there's Luigi in his only appearance in the entire game.
Oh, Luigi.
Luigi should have been the party member.
You aren't here for some reason.
I understand why they didn't, though. It's because Luigi would literally have these same abilities as Mario.
This is before Luigi had much differentiate.
It was before
that word.
Yeah.
It was before there were actual differences between Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
In fact, even in Super Paper Mario, they played very similarly. The only difference is Luigi had basically a super jump. And could, like, jump a little higher.
No, arguably in Super Paper Mario they had more to work with because Luigi's Mansion was already a thing, but you know.
Yeah, but they didn't. But Luigi's Mansion is considered a completely separate continuity from the Paper Mario series.
I'm just saying it's a version of Luigi, so they did have a bit more to work with because they did expand on his character.
Yeah, but unfortunately that doesn't count in the Paper Mario games because again, it's considered its own dimension. It's kind of like how classic Sonic and normal Sonic is.
I'm just saying, they had stuff they could have used if they wanted to differentiate him more. Oh, Bye.
I love watching this parade. Poor Dodo. He's always having to do the grunt work. Well,
I still think it's weird that her hair is a bird.
I mean, it fits with her weird Cloud Cuckoo Lander. Her weird Cloud Cuckoo Landian theme that she has going on.
Does it?
I argue it does. Ah, there's the Booster Express. And the 3 Sniffit dumbasses. Well, just abandon your train. I'm sure that won't crash into anything.
Meanwhile, in Bowser's Inside Story.
He fucking robbed Bowser. This is a fun project, actually. This is the very first Let's Play I've ever actually fully completed ever since my Mother 3 days. And you know what? I'm really glad for it. I'm glad I played this game. The bosses, they're hanging out. That's actually pretty amazing. Ooh.
Bonk!
But why, though? That's what you get for failing. But you failed too. There he is, the badass himself. Captain Johnny. Doesn't give a fuck about the land. But, yeah. This was a really fun project. I enjoyed it a lot, actually. I mean, I've always enjoyed this game. This is a game that I could probably beat within a week if I gave it a whole lot of time. But with work and all that, I do have to... I unfortunately don't have that kind of time. But I am glad to have gotten to play through this. PBS, I know you don't really care for Mario games, but I hope you can understand why I enjoy this.
It's weird, it's kooky, and it may not be my thing, but I get it, it holds a place in some people's hearts, even if it's not me. I'm just going to say that I think it's weird.
There's one reason why I love this song. You know, I've never played it myself. That song, and you know the song I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, the Forest Maze. The most...
Mario RPG. Dun, 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 dun,
Yep, it's literally the most famous song in the entire game.
For a good reason.
For a very good reason.
But that is my one reason why I love the game so much. Even though I've never played it a day in my life.
Okay, bye.
I remember when I first played this game, it was like, what? A Mario that's an RPG game? No such thing. And well, here we are. And it's so sad to see that this game kind of just fell under the radar as far as like Nintendo and Square paying any attention to it.
It deserves so much more love.
I would love a remake, a modern day remake for it. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of what made the game super fun and crazy just wouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe they'll add a little too little or too much detail to characters who don't really need it.
Exactly. Because this is back in the day, in the era of writing where
You could literally have anything happen.
mm-hmm.
And people wouldn't like think it's
Question
too...
it.
Yeah, people wouldn't question it.
Now people are too critical. Like, even me as a writer, I'm guilty of this. I'm always asking, why? How would this work? Why would it... Back then, writers didn't ask that. It was fantasy. It wasn't real. It just worked that way.
This is just literally a love child of Nintendo and Final Fantasy. And they didn't have to... And it didn't have to be explained. It didn't have to make sense. It just had to be fun. But we kind of can't have that too much nowadays. Well, that was my thoughts on the project, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Super Mario RPG will always hold a special place in my heart. I could always ask for something new from it, but I feel like even when I understand I feel like even when I know everything about it, I feel like I always end up learning at least one more new thing. Thank you so much for watching this and being here for it. And I'll see you guys next time in my next project, whatever that may be. I spent the past 5 years on YouTube, and I'm glad I finally got to finish this. Will I get to finishing Mother 3? That's a different story for a different day. I'm still making decisions on how I want to go about it. But till then, I hope you all have a very good time. Alright, this has been Red Ribbon, and I'll see you guys in my next project. See you later.